So you probably haven't heard any or most of these cozy games, but as part of Wholesome Game Celebration on Steam, there were so many new cozy game demos that were coming out, and so I have to test them all. Not all, but you know. And obviously not all of them are good, so I thought it would be really fun to rank all these cozy game demos I've played over the past few days, and I have 4 ranks. The first one is definitely playing on day 1, which is the ultimate tier. Second one, most likely play when I'm in the mood. If I'm not in the mood, then probably not gonna play or just like have it on my library. Third one, I'll just keep it as my wish list for now because I don't really feel like I need to get it, but there might be a chance in the future. Fourth one, it's just too confusing and I just cannot wait for it to end when I'm playing it, or it's just not my vibe for whatever reason. And I have one secret game that's not a part of this Wholesome Game Celebration, but I thought it deserves a spotlight, and so I have this bush right now covering it, but eventually I will reveal what that game is and where it falls on this rank. So be sure to watch till the end of this video and you'll see what I mean. So the first game I played is called Flight Date. It's essentially a game about long distance relationships. Quite unique and very interesting in my opinion. I've never had a game like this before. Belvar Corvia, this one. Anan, can you send us our way? And then they meet in Corvia. You're trying to play with these flight tickets for a few people, maybe they're friends, maybe they're lovers, to meet at a certain place. So maybe one person could be on the other side of the world in this, you know, fake named town or city or country, and then the other one would be somewhere else. They have limited budget of how much money they could spend to fly to meet in the middle point or somewhere. A lot of these tickets, they're not really that straightforward because you get this like array of like a bunch of tickets and you don't have to use all of them. Some options are meant to stay unused. Okay, I see. Belvar to Luneth. Okay, so we just need this. This one, Belvar to Luneth. They both meet together over there. And then some of them are specific to some days as well. So you have to stack them, and if it's like a transit, they have to transit somewhere else first. You have to really think about what is the route in order to get them to where they need to be to meet each other. It feels very polished. And so I do like this game, and I'm really curious to see how difficult and how challenging it would be in the full game when they release more levels. I love how it gets more complicated now. Like there are a lot more tickets that I need to sort out and think about with the days and also the time of departure and arrival. So based on my play, I am putting Flight Date on my second tier, which is the most likely play when I'm in the mood. The next game I played is called Sandcastle. This is a weird game because you're essentially building sandcastles. Well, first off though, like the water in this game looks absolutely gorgeous, and I love the ASMR kind of sound effects that are happening here. Like it's very relaxing in that way. But I just feel like this game is lacking depth. You have this like shovel or like a rake, you have a bucket where you can make these like towers with the water, you can make path, you can like find items that are just floating around, you can unlock, you know, certain decorations as you go along. But I just think that this game is confusing to me. Like I don't get the kind of appeal of it, if that makes sense. Like I don't quite really know how to control the movement of the water or the sand. Like it doesn't feel snappy to me. It feels a little bit all over the place. And so it's really hard to control and to make beautiful things, even though that's the point of the game. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I just don't quite resonate with this game for some reason, other than the water looks absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of the tools are not really like doing a lot of a difference to the terrain almost, so then it's really hard to build things. I actually had a higher expectation for this game before I tried the demo. So unfortunately, Sandcastle is going to my lowest tier because I just think it's so confusing, and when I was playing it, I just cannot wait for it to end. I was just like messing around without any kind of desire to build something, and it's just not my vibe. Third game I played is called Wish Upon a Llama. I've had this game on my wish list for a really long time. You know, like I love pixel art games. I love farming life sim games. And I've always had high expectation on this game as well. 2 animals to start your farm. Oh my gosh. Pecan, Twitch, Gazelle, Icing, Gemini, Pancake, Candy Cane, Toby, Binky, Sugar Plum, Carrot, Pineapple. This is so cute. I like Toby a lot with the polka dots. I'm gonna get Toby and let's do Gazelle. Toby and Gazelle. I absolutely love the pixel art. Like they're so colorful, they're beautiful. I love how the town is laid out with like there's a creek, there's multiple levels of the town itself. The bunnies are so adorable, and I like the character design, the character portrait design of the grandpa and the other characters. I love that part. I just feel like this game is a little bit too unpolished still, so it's really hard for me to understand the gameplay loop. And like I was trying to befriend a duck, but then the next day, the duck disappears. So then I couldn't find the duck anymore on that same spot. What's its name again? Was it zucchini? It wasn't zucchini. It was not tea. Granite? No, it wasn't that one. Where is the duck that I was trying to befriend with yesterday? I don't want to start trying to befriend a new duck because I've put in the effort yesterday to befriend that one. And I just think that also during the day, it's very short. Thank you, the demo is now over. Thanks for playing. More unique features and content await you in the full game. Wait, so that's it? I'm so confused. That's so short. I haven't even gone to the other areas? Interesting. What an interesting, weird demo. I don't know. Mom, I'm so confused. So I just think that the demo wasn't serving the game well. And there's something weird about this gameplay too, because when I was trying to gain the trust of my bunnies, they wanted me to play a handheld game with them. It's just a little weird. It's a little, it doesn't feel a cohesive game just yet. And so I was actually disappointed with this one because I've always had it for a long time on my wish list and I've been keeping an eye on the development. So other than the pixel art looking nice, and I do love how the town was built, I unfortunately have to put my Wish Upon a Llama as just keeping it on my wish list for now. The next game I played is called Just in Crime, and it's this adorable and hilarious detective cozy game. I like this like comic book animation here, the static animation. You're basically in this birthday party of different animals, and someone stole the cake before it was even revealed to the party. And so you're playing as the dog character and you're the detective in this game. No one is listening. I said calm down, darn it. That is hilarious. And you were teaming up with another animal who has the ability to look back into the past a little bit, figure out clues, the deduction game a little bit, and you can combine ideas into sort of like clue to move forward in the case. But what really struck me about this game was that it was so hilarious. The sense of humor in this game is just that right amount of sarcasticness of it, but also just very simple, and the dialogue, it just really cracks me up. I just absolutely love and adore this game. I've been talking with my friend Winnie the Pooh here. Winnie the Pooh. He's calling this one Winnie the Pooh. This game is hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. It has a perfect sense of humor for me. This one is just, oh my gosh, it's just so cute. It's so hard to say no to this game. And I just love the illustration of it as well. Like it's very well done in my opinion. So just in crime, I am putting this in not the top yet, but on my second tier. I'm putting it as my most likely play when I'm in the mood for a cozy detective game. The next game I played is Wild and Chill. If you don't know what this game is, it's essentially a sequel. Well, it's kind of unrelated, but it's done by the same developer. And their first game is called Cast and Chill. So in Cast and Chill, you basically just fish and you chill. But then in Wild and Chill, you are in the wilderness. You're basically living in the wilderness. So you have to build camp, you have to chop trees, you have to like manage your stamina and your energy, and you have to fight the cold by building campfires. And you are accompanied by your dog. You have to be careful from the animals. You have to hunt animals to eat. You slowly build your shelter as well. Oh, a new location. That is so pretty. Hi there, friends call me Buck. Proper. Just looking for a quiet patch away from all the racket. Wanna trade? Okay, sure. Canteen, an old canteen from Buck's collection. Plenty of dents, hardly any. Okay, I got a steel axe. Well, but I don't know yet how to build a shelter at this point. A-frame shelter. Craft learned. Short bow. Craft learned. The game is very chill. But first of all, I do think their pixel art was absolutely gorgeous. None other games have this good of a pixel art, to be honest. But in terms of the game itself, I found myself being impatient with it actually, because I love slow gaming. I love cozy games, as you all know, but this game feels a little too slow for me. And so I was actually kind of like getting antsy about it. And it's really hard for me to know where to find things. So sometimes it has some materials that I have to find in order to craft something, but I don't know where do I find those materials. And it's really frustrating too, because the stamina is really short. So then after just doing some runs or just chopping like 4 times of a tree, I would have to wait before I can chop again or before I can run again. I don't know how to feel about this game. I mean, I do love the pixel art, but in terms of the gameplay itself, I think they still need to find the right pacing and just kind of like instructions a little bit more. I don't know how to kill the animals. I don't know how to hunt the animals. Oh, I see, because I have the arrow, but I don't have the short bow. But like, how do I get elder pole, for example? I haven't figured that out. I haven't found a way to get alder pole. So I think I just need a little bit more instructions, to be honest. The idea of the game, you're essentially just crafting. You just craft and you chill. But there needs to be something else in this game that would hook the players. That's my opinion. So unfortunately, Wild and Chill goes all the way down in my ranking system. And because I just think that the game is a little bit too confusing, and when I was playing it, I felt like, okay, when is it going to pick up on the pace? And I just get too impatient. It was too slow. And I just find myself going back and forth, but not really knowing where to find things. So I'm putting it all the way at the bottom. I'm sorry, Wild and Chill. The next game is called Forgotten Station. First off, I love the vibe and the atmospheric quality of this game. Like, I love the art style, the illustrations. I love the mysterious vibe to it, and it wasn't fully revealed at all during the demo, which I love because it keeps the suspense going for the full game. So in this game, you're essentially stuck in a time loop, and you go from station to station trying to sort of like unravel the mystery of this. And I feel like not all of the stations are too clear in terms of how I could get to that station by hopping on what train and what is the schedule of that train. So it has this like apocalyptic, spooky, cozy vibe to it, which I love, which I'm a fan of. So Forgotten Station, to me, I'm not completely 100% sold yet on the game, but it makes me want to know more. It's very intriguing. It's different from any other demos I've played on this list. It's really hard to explain this game in words. I think you just have to actually play it to understand what is this game actually. And because of this, I am actually putting Forgotten Station not in the top tier, but I would say I will definitely play this game when I'm in the mood to play it, because I definitely feel like this is the kind of game that I cannot just sort of pick up and play. I have to be sort of in that mood to play it. I really, really would love to see the mystery being unfolded in this game. The next game, though, you guys, I am just super excited about this one. I had a high expectation of this game after I looked at the trailer. And I do have to say, I think it actually lived up to the hype. So this is Little Sheep Valley. And essentially in this game, you are a rancher, not a farmer. You're a rancher, and you have all these adorable sheeps that you have in your farm. You can adopt more as you grow your farm, your ranch, not your farm, sorry, your ranch, as you grow your ranch. So, like we have a lot of city building game, village building, town building, whatever kind of like a builder type of games. But I don't think I've ever played a ranch building game. So that's why to me, this feels like an area, a niche within cozy gaming that maybe it's just my lack of knowledge, but I feel like I've never played any games like this before. Oh, so cute. That is adorable. I love it. I love it. I love it already. I love this game already. And the way the lighting quality of this game is so beautiful. Like, I love this sort of like golden sun that is shining above and looming over the ranch, and also the sheep just looks adorable. Like, and I love that I could like pet them. And that's how I could also gain their trust. I could gain the points, and then I could shear the sheep as well. So the wool essentially becomes sort of like the monetary value of this game, and that's how I expand the ranch. I also love the terrain, like the texture of the terrain. There's like the meadow with flowers, and you have some like lighting posts and other decorations. There's like this, what do you call that, like a what do you call that, like the stick and then one end and the other end, and then you just like bop up and down like this. I don't know what it's called, but essentially that, but for the sheep to play around with. Like, that is so adorable, and I just love this game so much. Like, even the building itself, it has a lot of like really good texturing, and it just looks good. Like, this game just looks good in my opinion. So because of this, I do have to say Little Sheep Valley is the first game that I'm putting as I'm gonna play it in day one of release. It's that good, and this is my kind of game. It's very cozy. It's so cute. It's so adorable. I love how the sheep looks, and then I could shear them, and they have these toys. Like, I just really love this game. So I'm definitely putting this as my tier 1 game. Okay, second to last game, it's called Beastfolk Barber. And in this game, you're playing as a barber. But instead of cutting people's hair, you're cutting monsters' hair. So you got these like random monsters that rotate to the shop, and you listen to what they want in terms of the hairstyle. You also listen to a lot of their stories and their sort of like life and their general sort of narratives. Probably something like this would be good. Preview. Wow, it actually worked. Did something change? Your reflection is different. You've got a new hairstyle in the mirror. Or was it the long one? I think it was the long one. I think it's this one. Hopefully I'm right. And then I'll keep him like this. Hopefully this is correct. I'm just gonna try. But the thing about this game is that it kind of misses the expectation for me, because in my mind before I played this game, it's more of like a shop management game, where I would be doing a bit more tactical things here. Like I would be checking them out. I will be kind of like actually cutting their hair with with my mouse or my keyboard or something like that, that feels a bit more tactical. But in reality, this game is actually more of like a coffee talk sort of a game, where it's more of a narrative driven game and it's very character based. It's not so much about the idea of cutting the hair, but it's more about learning about the characters and their story progression. I've been stuck to you for 30 years and nothing I say sticks with you either. There it is. You always pull out a joke when you're losing. It's not funny. Good thing we only share a body and not a sense of humor. So do you both want haircuts? Yeah, and cut off the extra head while you're at it. Subjectively, in my taste of gaming, I don't quite resonate with coffee talk because I just get sort of impatient sometimes. And I do love characters, but I don't like when that's the core part of the game. Like I would actually want this game to be a bit more, not like action heavy, but just like more things for me to actually do instead of just reading. Like I don't want to just read this slew of text from my customers. But I do have to say that the pixel art and the graphics, the illustration of this game, I would have to give them an A+, because I do love how it looks. Even the hairstyle and how it looks, the combination of the different hairs, like the front part, the back part, like all of that looks super, super good and super well done. I just wish that there's a bit more action because I don't feel like I want to read the conversations. Is that weird? Maybe that's just me. Like right now they're talking about legislation and politics almost in the monster beast world. And I just don't feel like I care or like I got pulled into it. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for me to like get hooked and wanting to keep playing. It's just the idea of the game itself is not really for me. So maybe you will like it, especially if you love coffee talk, where you're just like listening to your customers while you're making coffee on the side. Then you would really love this game. But this game, unfortunately, is just not for me. Having said that, though, I'm not putting Beastfolk Barber at the bottom of the list because I do think they have potential here. It's not like it's a confusing game or I just want it to end. So I'm putting it in my wish list for now. I'm just keeping it there, and maybe once it comes out, I'll look kind of how other people are playing it, what their reviews are, and then I'll make my decision whether I want to play or not. And now, this is the moment that I've been waiting for, and hopefully you have been waiting for too. If you get to this end of the video, just thank you so much for sticking with me here. But I'm so excited to reveal this last game that I have. First off though, like this game is not a part of Wholesome Games celebration, but I feel like this game definitely deserves the spotlight because I do think it's the most addicting to me out of all the games. It's one of those games that I actually want to keep going. Whereas the rest, I could see myself, okay, like I'm done with this demo. So the game, drum roll, I'm going to move my bush. This game is called Sophia's Path. And it's essentially a puzzle game, which is quite surprising even to myself because I don't typically get hooked into a puzzle game. But Sophia's Path is different because in this game, you're essentially trying to find your father. And along the way, it has this like Greek sort of mythology, Greek culture infused to each of the level. So then along the way, you can find this like hidden items and it would give you some sort of like a context of like a history of a certain object. So in each level, you just need to get to a certain point from the beginning. So you start from here and then you have this like little maze that you have to navigate to get to the end point, and then you move on to the next level. And then along the way, you have these like carnivorous plant, you have this like hole on the road, you have IVs blocking you, and you have to think about the timing so then you can, get over them, and you have to think about your route as well. What I need is give it to this one instead. Yeah, and then I go here. Then I have a new vine snipper. And then go here. Okay, yeah, perfect. I cut that. I take this. I think I could just walk here. This, give the seed. I walk here. There you go. Yay. Wait, I low-key really like this game. It's that simple. It's just such a simple game, actually, which is why I actually felt like it was quite surprising that I am so intrigued with this game and I'm giving this a glowing review. But I just feel that the game was so polished and so well done. And I like the idea of it, which is simple but very well executed. That's how I feel about this game. And it would be very, very interesting as well because there is this like overarching narrative, right, to this game, which is Sophia is trying to find her father. So it would be really interesting in the full game when they actually have the full narratives being revealed. It will be very interesting as I go from each puzzle to the next and see where Sophia is going and where the story is leading to. And so because of that, I am putting Sophia's Path, obviously, as my number 1 tier as well. I will definitely be playing this on day 1. And it's just a game that I could also, like I could play it casually while I'm doing other things. Maybe I'm like watching a Netflix. I'm like watching a crime documentary and then I just have my laptop and I would be playing it. Because it's like easy mechanic, right? It's not like there's a timer. It's not like I have to like fully focus for 100%. That's what I like about this game too. So with that, the end of this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this sort of like ranking that I'm doing for each of the cozy game demos I've played. And a quick special shout out and thank you to my Turtle Royalties channel members, Andyland1923 and King Aurelius. If you are also playing any of these games, or if you have more cozy game demos that I'm not covering, but you're like, I really want Joshy to play this, please let me know in the comments below. And please don't forget to also hype this video. It's a new YouTube feature that you can do from your phone. So underneath my video, you can like click hype, and then that would really help with discovery. I want more people to know about these like random indie cozy games that are rarely getting spotlighted, and I want them to play it. I want them to wishlist it. So yeah. Thank you so much all for watching and staying till the very end. I really appreciate it. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.